I'm going to go on record and say that Jason Mraz is the most underrated musician of all time. Now, for those of you who don't know who Jason Mraz is, he has a few big hits, but one of his biggest hits is a song called I'm Yours that he released in 2009. And he has a couple other big hits like I Won't Give Up and 93 Million Miles, I believe, is another one that was really popular. But he is an artist that did become famous, but I think that genuinely he's one of the most underrated artists of our generation. Now, I do have a few different reasons as to why. When you think about lyrical brilliance and just real musician creativity in music, you know, he really embodies himself fully and authentically in his music. And the type of music that he makes is such a source of just intellect. You know what I mean? He's just so smart when it comes to crafting his own songs and musics. And the music that he has released is just amazing. When you think of, you know, some of the great minds of music and, you know, really just when you look at some of his songs that he has posted, I mean, it's just amazing the type of lyrics that this guy comes up with, and, you know, his melodies and his beats, just everything around it is amazing. And I am kind of biased because Jason Mraz is my favorite artist, but I truly do think that he's one of the most underrated artists of our generation, just because of his brilliance when it comes to putting lyrics together, his flow, his rhythm, how versatile he is. You know, in his career, he's done a multitude of different genres, ranging from folk to jazz to country to pop to just overall feel-good music. And, you know, outside of his brilliance on the creative spectrum, I also think that he was such a beacon of positivity and light and hope within a lot of people's lives. And for me personally, I know that he has helped my family out with a lot of struggle and hard times within their life. You know, his music really uplifts a vibration within the collective consciousness, and it's really resonates with, I think, with a lot of people because of how feel good his music is and how much it makes you feel good and just how positive his music is. You know, he's a beacon of positivity for each and every single person that listens to his songs. You know, it really, he embodies his positivity and his great attitude within his music, and you can hear it. And the type of lyrics that he makes and that he puts out is just so inspirational, and it's so just amazing. You know, I could go on and brag about how much I love Jason Mraz personally, but I want you guys to know that this is one of the most underrated musicians in our generation today. And if you don't believe me, look up some of his music. You know, obviously music is something that is very much specific to the person, right? Meaning that not all of his music is going to resonate with you. None of his music might not, you know, his music might not resonate with you at all. But what I want to portray in this message is to at least give it a listen, you know, because I do think that he is one of the most underrated artists in our generation. And I know that he's famous technically and he's still making music. You know, he was just recently on Dancing with the Stars, but I truly think that he deserves a lot more of the fame that he actually didn't get, in my opinion. And I know that if, you know, he's watching this video, he probably doesn't want it, but I just think that he deserves to be on such a bigger scale in terms of people acknowledging kind of who he is, and just people being aware of his music. I think it's such a gift when you are able to listen to his type of song. So maybe this is me fanboying or fangirling, but I just wanted to give a huge shout out to him because he has been such an inspiration in my life and my family's life as well. And if you haven't listened to a lot of his music outside of his mainstream stuff, I highly recommend it because it's really it's really great. He has some really great music. But all that being said, my friends, let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you are listening to his music or if you have listened to his music in the past. And let me know what you think of his music if you're a first-time listener as well. So, peace.